as investigators combed through the wreckage of Air India Flight AI-171, another crucial chapter began: the mechanical history of the aircraft. If there were any hidden clues, they would be buried deep in the maintenance records. The last major inspection had taken place well before the crash, an L11 and L12 line maintenance check. At that point, the aircraft had clocked 38,504 flight hours and 7,255 flight cycles. Routine numbers for a long-haul workhorse like the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. The next heavy inspection, the formidable D-check, was scheduled for December 2025, but fate intervened long before that date. What about the engines? The aircraft had recently been fitted with new power plants. The left engine was installed on May 1, 2025. The right engine had been installed even earlier, on March 26. No red flags, at least, not at first glance. But then came the Minimum Equipment List, or MELs, a list of known faults that are permissible under strict conditions. On the morning of June 12, 2025, 4 Category C MELs were active on the aircraft. These had been logged just 3 days prior, on June 9th, and were valid until June 19th. The issues? Flight deck door visual surveillance system, critical for cockpit security, airport map function, essential for ground navigation, core network, the aircraft's digital nervous system, and the flight deck printer, a small but often used tool for real-time data. While none of these alone were classified as critical failures, the list was growing. And then there was the Category A MEL, a far more serious notation. It is related to the nitrogen generation system, a key safety feature designed to reduce flammability in the aircraft's fuel tanks. This MEL, valid until June 20th, demanded close scrutiny. There were also Category D MELs and non-essential furnishings tied to the cabin and cargo areas, all still within valid limits but still part of a pattern. Still, nothing pointed directly to a catastrophic failure. All airworthiness directives and alert service bulletins had been complied with. On paper, VTANB was airworthy. But one advisory, buried in the records, raised new questions. In December 2018, the Federal Aviation Administration had issued a Special Airworthiness Information Bulletin, SAIB, number NM 1833. The concern? A potential disengagement of the fuel control switch locking mechanism, first discovered in Boeing 737 aircraft. The bulletin warned that these switches, in some aircraft, could be installed with the locking feature disengaged, allowing for unintended shutoffs. And while it wasn't serious enough to trigger a full airworthiness directive, the similarity in switch design across Boeing aircraft, including the 787, meant the concern couldn't be dismissed outright. Specifically, the part number 4TL837D, the same switch installed on VTANB. Air India acknowledged that the recommended inspections were never carried out because the SAIB was advisory, not mandatory. Could a simple overlooked inspection have hidden a deeper flaw? Investigators found that the throttle control module, where the fuel control switch resides, had been replaced twice, in 2019 and 2023, but the reason, not linked to the switch issue. And since 2023, no defects related to the switch had been reported. Still, in aviation, even the smallest anomaly can ripple into disaster. And for the team sifting through technical logs and burnt-out circuitry, one question now loomed large. Was a silent warning missed, or was this simply a coincidence with tragic timing?